If you are an expert or a coach and you want to make money online, it is very important that you have contents, consistent, impactful, emotional, engaging contents. But creating content is such a pain. It's hard to find ideas, it's hard to do research, it's hard to narrate, it's hard to come up with all this. It's just a big mess, isn't it? It's just tedious, which is exactly the reason why today I bring to you 32 social content ideas. Now, here's the gist of it. When it comes to social media contents, you must be creating positioning contents that are not only adding value to people, but positions you as the expert, positions you as the authority, as a person, as a go-to person in your field. And the way you do that is through one or a combination of three things. Number one, it is either a useful or helpful content. Number two, it is motivating. It is motivating, showing them possibilities where they could not see it. And number three, it is entertaining. Not only that, it must also be impactful. Clarity plus brevity plus value equals impact. Clarity means your contents must be clear. People must be able to understand and relate to your contents. It must not be one of those waffly long posts that doesn't seem to go anywhere, doesn't get the point across, blur. If you lack clarity in your content, people are not going to be able to understand you. If people are not going to be able to understand you, they're not going to be engaging with you. Number two, brevity. Brevity means without sacrificing the clarity, your content is as short as possible. Number three, value. What is the value that you are trying to give? Is it useful, helpful? Is it motivating? Is it entertaining? So knowing exactly the kind of value that you give and delivering that value in a clear and concise way, that is impactful. The secret to creating a good positioning post that is impactful is that it is clear, it is brief, it is valuable, and of course, you must know exactly what kind of value it should be providing. Having said that, none of this would be of any use unless you are able to be consistent. Consistency is the name of the game. Consistency trumps brilliance. Consistency is what keeps you top of mind, visible. I'm going to give you 32 content creation ideas, and I have this thing which is a content creation cheat sheet that you are going to be able to use for yourself. If you want a link to this cheat sheet, just comment cheat sheet and I will send you the PDF. So here's what we are looking at. Easy content ideas that are easy to produce. We want something which is easy to produce. We don't want complicated ideas that requires 5 people to be on standby and 2 other people to shoot you while one person hold up a gadget or a prop. That is not the kind of content we want. Because as a coach or an expert, especially as a new coach or an expert, you are short-handed. You only have yourself, you don't have a lot of bandwidth. So it's very important that you're creating things which is easy to produce. Now, having said that, these content ideas are inspired strongly by X Factor, Mel and Joe. When I went to X Factor Masterclass, they actually taught these 20 content ideas and they gave us this whole list. What I've done is that I have added on to this whole list. So rather than 20, I'm giving you 32. They classified with emotions, transformation, reaction, expert breakdowns, how to, problem solution. It evokes inside the audience a certain emotion of certainty. If you are from a certain business that needs people to feel certain about you, do that. If you are a brand who needs to evoke a lot of feelings of love and connection for your brand, then do this. If you are someone who wants to evoke prestige and significance, then do this. And growth and inspiration, purpose and contribution, fun and engagement. By the way, the fun and engagement is what I personally added. I absolutely love the way they organize this, which is why I keep it the way it is. But at the same time, I feel that there are certain other things which I can add it on as well, which is the reason why I'm making this video. Now, even though I say 32 content ideas, there are way more than 32 content ideas out there. There are many, many different kinds of, there are perhaps hundreds of types of contents that you can do. Having said that, we want contents that are easy to produce. We want contents that positions you as the expert. We want contents that are impactful and useful, perhaps motivating, entertaining at the same time. We want contents that fits a certain kind of criteria. So I have shortlisted these contents for you. So if you want it, let me know. I will send it to you. Now, let me go through one by one. I'm going to give you what is it. I'm going to explain what is it about. And I'm going to give you example to help you anchor down your lessons. Number one, transformation. Transformational contents means you are showing the efforts, the results of your work, a before and after, a glimpse of your client transformation working with you, or a business coach. Give them a case study. Like in the example that I'm about to share with you right now, it is actually a knife restoration video. This is also a form of before after. And you see, there's a sort of sense of satisfaction as you watch something like this. As an example, let's take a look at this. Caesar restoration. As you can see, this is an old knife. And what they've done is that they have restored it. With a lot of ASMR sounds, showing you the process of grinding it down and showing you the result of their work. See? So that's a form of transformation as well. There are also other kinds of transformation that you can do. House transformation, decor, makeup, beauty, fashion, any form of anything really. Any form of transformation or case study that you can showcase is over there. That's number one. Number two, reaction video. This is the exact video that propelled Uncle Roger to superstardom. And you as an expert can do something like this as well. This voice coach reacts to Siti Nurhaliza. Siti Nurhaliza, for those of you who are not in Malaysia, is a famous local celebrity here in Malaysia. Let's take a look.
This is some good vocals!
So as you can see, something like this is very entertaining as well. And not only is it entertaining, the person who is doing this kind of video has an opportunity to do a breakdown of telling the audience what this person is doing right. So that is also one form of positioning. An expert breakdown. Ancient warfare experts rates 10 more battle tactics in movies and TV. How real is it?
You are safe behind your shield.
So over here you can see one person, this expert here, is rating a movie scene in Lord of the Rings to share how realistic is this exactly.
To knock, draw, loose over and over. You don't.
See, together with his commentaries, showing scenes, explaining certain insights, explaining certain historical facts, drawing from real historical facts and compare it with the actual portrayal of it in the movie itself. That's an expert breakdown. And those of you who are in the food business, you can actually do the same as well. You can do an expert breakdown of certain famous chef, certain dishes that they make. Masterchef, maybe. There are so many ways that you can do this. How-tos. So a very typical how-to video would be a recipe video.
Indonesia.
So of course, a recipe video, she's demonstrating how she makes a wonderful rendang. And it's not necessarily just need to be a recipe video, but it could be anything as well.
And only then can you eat the candle.
How to manage
We're
overwhelm.
done our spices.
There you go. How to manage overwhelm, how to stop feeling overwhelmed right now, ADHD overwhelm and burnout management. Let's see what other kinds of how to sing. If you're a voice coach, you can do that. How to sing. What other kinds of how to set up Sony ZV-1. I literally just installed my own Sony ZV-1, which is the exact camera I'm using to make this video right here. So there are many different kinds of how-to videos that you can do. Problem solution.
Bitcoin's price is down.
Whenever there is a big problem that your market is facing, you will be able to create a problem and solution video or article that helps people overcome that problem, to give them some ideas. In the same way, like right now, I'm creating this content creation ideas. This is also a problem solution video. Like the problem is no idea for content. Solution, here is 32 content ideas. Now over here, you can see Max Maher, which is a very famous crypto influencer, addressing the crypto crash in the late February of this year. Make money with these bots right now. The problem is crypto crash. Solution is make money with these bots. He does a very good job at narrating the entire thing.
So even if token prices are
Bitcoin's price is down quite a bit.
market's been rough lately.
He starts off with a very powerful hook showing you scenes from the different news channel about how the crypto crash is affecting everyone.
Now searching for the safest ways to earn passive income in crypto, even if token prices are falling faster than Bambi on ice. And
he also intersperses it with some cartoon to make it fun. And he gives a solution right here,
spot futures arbitrage,
which is a spot future arbitrage. And after that, he go on to explain the big idea, breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. This guy is very famous because he's very good at this kind of stuff. Of course, some of you may be thinking right now, but Felix, I'm not really a video kind of person. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to do it in a video format. Every single one of these content ideas can be done either in a video format or in a written format as well. There's absolutely no problem. That is all of the stuff on the emotion of certainty. Now, emotion of love and connection. Sometimes you may have made a decision which is highly unpopular or highly polarizing or highly curious. As an example, over here, someone made a video on why I don't use a smartphone by 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. So there's this TEDx team.
Was 3 hours and
She started off by explaining that she's 18 years old and she's surrounded by teens and she herself is a teen and everyone around her is crazy about smartphones, and she's talking about why she don't use a smartphone. So she have a very interesting perspective about life that allows her to make such a curious decision. So you can create a content on why you choose to do it this way. There's also other kinds of why. This lady here made a video on why she don't want an efficient life. And she's talking about all the hustle and bustle of the city. And here she is living her best life in the suburbs. And she wanted to slow down. And really, when you are watching this video, you are starting to feel a sense of serenity. And you can see this video actually does very, very well. Like 300,000+ views, 421k subscribers. If you have made an interesting choice in the past, you can use this format to create a video or an article explaining why you chose to do the stuff that you do. And there's also number 7, vulnerable. By bringing down your defenses and being vulnerable with other people can relate to you better. You are not that Superman, you're not that Superwoman, you are relatable. You are just another human with your own struggles, and people can identify with that. So vulnerable contents, showing your story, your side of the story. Like over here, there's this guy. His name is 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. I highly respect this guy. At the age of 30, in 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, he went from complete broke to making $100 million after he sold off his old company. He made a video where at the beginning, you can see it's just a talking head video. There's really no animation, no big editing or whatever not. He just came with a message, yeah? And his message is that he said many people put him on a pedestal because he looks good, he's wealthy, he's smart, everything that a man wants to be. But at the same time, there are certain problems which he's struggling with. And so he made a 13-minute video explaining what exactly he's struggling with. And he says, I struggle with pride. So being vulnerable like that allows people to connect with you on a deeper level. Ask me anything. If you are in a position to have answers to questions that many people are very, very interested in, then this kind of content is very, very much for you. Super Yacht owners hooking up with crew members. So they are asking questions about how Super Yacht owners are hooking up with crew members. Like, is it allowed? So many people are interested in about that apparently. This guy runs a business running super yachts. So he created this video to answer these questions. So ask me anything. That's number 8. Number 9, social media mentions. I want to highlight 2 ways. And 2 of these got them absolutely viral. This guy here, he's a superstar right now. When he was 16 years old, he wanted to make a career out of himself as a rapper. He asked people, the rap song Panda, should he make a remix video about that? And here's what happened.
Now, a couple months ago, I asked a lot of people on Twitter if I should do this shit. Like, as a poll on Twitter, I said, should I remix Panda? And like 75% of the people said no. And then I asked them why, and they said, well, that's not the way you rap. That's not your style. You can't rap over that type of beat. You're not inclined enough. What the fuck? Listen, let me listen.
And so he literally just said that many people disagreed with him and he was upset. So he came up here and he did a whole remix and to prove to people who has been telling him that he can't do this, to prove them wrong. And he completely slayed the whole video. He was so good in that song, and this got him viral. Look at this, 44.7 million views. Now he's like 1.7 million subscribers. Really, really great. Really, really great work. But this comes from this energy, this feeling of anger, right? Now, there's another kind of a feeling that you can evoke as well. I want to give you another example by Madeline Bailey. This was her on America's Got Talent. Here's what happened. The song that she sang was written by her using all of the hate comments that people have left on her YouTube channel.
Mom thinks he just got killed by a cat. They hauled the song away in a body bag. Ear murder. Why do you make every song sad? was so trash. Her voice is very bad, bad, very, very bad, very, 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 very. I would feel bad for my neighbors if I did this to them.
Even Simon Cowell was impressed. He took all of the negative comments that she gotten and she turned it into something positive. You can use whatever people say about you to create a content around that. And of course, you have the time-tested, time-proven behind-the-scenes video. I think it's self-explanatory. Movie reality. What 14 movies look like behind the scenes. By the way, this is particularly impressive. How Top Gun Maverick's breathtaking practical effects were achieved. I absolutely loved the movie Top Gun, the latest one. I was so at the edge of my seat when I was watching the movie. It was also particularly wholesome. I absolutely love it. And my love for it just grew when I heard that Tom Cruise and the rest of his crew went through a grueling training to ensure that they don't need to use computer graphics. They don't need to use CGI. All of this was very, very minimal CGI, if at all. So my love for that brand grew, increased so much because I have heard the amount of effort and care that they have placed to making this movie amazing behind the scenes. And then you have the journey or a time lapse. Think about vlogs, right? Video blogs. Think about travel videos. Think about time lapse videos like this. So here's a video, a compilation video of all of the different things that normally take a long time to a food decomposing or growing. Was it growing? Yeah, it's growing. It does evoke a sense of, what is the word I'm looking for? Niceness. It makes you feel very good. Makes you feel nice. It has a very satisfying feel to it. And knowing the amount of time that has gone past in order to create something like this evokes a certain sense of love and connection within you as well. Time lapse, vlogs, all of that. And then there is also the thank you video, which is my own edition. So this YouTuber started off very, very good because right now he is 11.6 million subscribers. And he's using this as a way to thank his audience, thank the viewers for contributing to his success.
Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. Hey guys, Morgan here, and today we have a Q&A because we just hit 1k subs. Yo guys, it's Morgs and welcome back to another video. We hit 5k subs. Yo guys, it's Morgs and today we have my 10,000 subscriber special. Oh my god, we hit 20,000 subscribers. We hit 25,000 subscribers.
And the level of excitement in his tone and his face is very, very clear. He went from thanking people for 100 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers to 5,000 subscribers to 10,000 to 50,000 all the way to 10 million subscribers, and he just recorded it all, turn it all into one big supercut, and he just showed it like that, and thanking people, so people feel appreciated, feel loved, they feel connected at that moment in time. So that's all the emotion, love, and connection. Next one is over here. Now there we have like quite a lot to go, but the next one is acknowledging your mentors. Basically, you can write a post or do a video acknowledging who are the people who have gotten you here. And at the same time, you can also share what you learned from some famous celebrity or from one of your mentors.
Here in this community right now. Now, with all that being said, I wanted to make this video as a quick follow-up, not only as a recap of everything we learned during the interview, but as well as talk about where this kind of goes in.
Because when you are acknowledging your mentor, someone who is famous, someone who is doing much better than you, you are kind of riding on to their prestige as well. The next one, public praises.
You don't even realize what you just did on stage.
So this is a clip, a very short clip of Gary Vee receiving a compliment.
For problem. I have goosebumps from my sweat.
So proud of you.
If you have any form of records, if you have any form of clips from people praising you, testimonial video is one of the contents that you can use as well. Turn it into a content. Next one is any form of interviews.
Let's talk about free speech.
Over here, this guy, Lex Friedman, who made a whole career out of interviewing celebrities, managed to score an interview with Mark Zuckerberg. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Metaverse, it is actually a 2-hour conversation, but it has garnered 3.2 million views. And as you can see, his YouTube career is doing very well. It's 1.7 million. And what strikes me a lot about this is that there's actually not much production over there. I mean, he has his studio, but it's not as though the studio was very well decked out. Like you can see his sofa right in the background. So a lot of times people think that we need to have some heavy, expensive production in order for us to make it on YouTube, make it on social media. We need to spend a lot of money, and I think that that's not really true. And because it has been proven to be not true for many people who are making it right now. So you can turn any form of interviews into a content creation as well. Next one, your achievements or your awards. Over here, you see Vanessa Lau, one of my favorite YouTubers, talk about how she have over 500k subscribers. But not only that, she actually extracted the lesson from her journey of getting to 500k subscribers and sharing it in one smooth content
that I've been doing on this channel that have been working really well for me since the year started. I truly feel like I've revived my channel, not just from a stats standpoint and views and engagement and all that, but more so from a creator standpoint. I am so much happier creating my videos this year than I did last year. And I think
you can see that she actually delivered it in a fun, entertaining way that is also impactful and clear. I absolutely love Vanessa's way of talking because she makes everything super duper clear. Of course, she's a lot more articulative than I am. Hopefully one day I can be like her as well. But I think it takes a lot of practice. Next one, customer review, which means you are being the customer reviewing someone's product. And this guy here, Marks Brownlee, made an entire career out of it. As you can see, his career is really well. He's doing really well. 15.6 million subscribers. And he basically do all of the latest tech. He do make videos out of all of the latest tech and expensive techs as well. So that is the emotional prestige and significance. Next one, growth and inspiration. I particularly love this. It's a pursuit of excellence. Many people like myself, what we care about the most is not about how good someone is. No matter how good someone is, if they don't care about us, they don't have any value to us. Like a business coach could be a superstar business coach that charges $100,000 for his or her program. But if they don't give a shit about me, I am not going to join their program. So likewise, whatever it is, whatever product or service that we are considering to buy, we want to know that the person behind the product or service is particularly caring about the excellence, the delivery of the product or the service. It could also be the same with athletes as well. One example that I'm sharing is the road to the games. So over here is a video of all of the famous athletes, celebrity athletes, training, working their way to the CrossFit Games of 16.4. And then they intersperse it with a lot of talking.
Yes, sir.
Like interviewing the athletes behind the
It was
scenes.
probably the roughest days
Right after the montage.
in my living life. I was dead.
So that they can show you it is not just about the sizzle reel, it is not just about the highlights, but also the grind, how are they feeling on a day-to-day basis, the struggles that they were facing, and the knowledge of such struggles helps us relate to them and tells us that we can do it too, right? If we put our mind to it, they become an object of inspiration to us. Pursuit of excellence. The next one is out of comfort zone, which means that you are doing something weird, something out of the ordinary, something which really challenges you, something which is out of your comfort zone. So here we see a group of guys who tried Marvel stunts in real life.
In real life, we're gonna be playing horse style, which means if I set a trick, Matthew can't do it, he gets a letter. The first person to...
Now, if you are a coach or an expert, you can relate something like this to your line of work. Let's say you are a relationship coach. You can create a content around you trying something which is outside of the comfort zone and relate it to the idea of having courage in a relationship, stepping outside of the comfort zone to do something that you're not used to, that you're not familiar with. The next one is motivational speeches. The motivational speeches tells people that they can do it. One of my favorite motivational speeches come from 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗏. This video is one of my favorite videos many years ago, and as you guys will see, the quality of the video is terrible, but at the same time, it has 7.1 million views. It is so popular that the original uploader have actually taken it offline, but this guy actually re-uploaded it because many people wanted it so badly. And you can see the kind of reaction that is coming in. I watched and listened to this man and his speeches all college. I cried to them. I shook at my head to them because I thought I couldn't be what he was speaking of. In 2 days, I'm graduating with my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. I have a job ready. I did it. Best quote I ever heard. I listened to this throughout my nursing program. This really resonated with me. Don't try to quit, try to keep going.
I tell you to do tonight, I guarantee you, whatever it is you want to do in life, you'll be able to do. You will be able to accomplish whatever you want to academically, financially, relationally.
Terrible quality, but sound quality good. He is clear, he's understandable, very emotional. Just goes to show that when you are creating a content, when you're creating any form of content, whether it's written or whether it's video format, it does not matter the quality of your production. It matters the quality of your content. Are you adding value? Are you adding value? Are you being clear? Are you being impactful? Are you being useful or helpful? Motivational speeches. Next one is you can do it too. Basically, you're telling your own story. And this one is also my own addition to the list. And over here we have 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗏, one of my favorite speakers, because she has a way of inspiring you, of uplifting you, of telling you that you can do it.
I was broke.
And in this video, she literally shared how she was broke and how she actually get out of that state of poverty.
And broken. I was that kid that was always struggling with self-esteem. Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? No one looks like me, makes it anywhere. I'm chocolate, mocha skin, full lips.
Right off the bat, you can tell her energy. You can tell the level of love that she has for the audience, that she believes in you. Yeah. At this point, she's already talking about her shortcomings, about her vulnerabilities, about her flaws, about how she didn't believe that she could. And then she slowly talk about how she overcome it. And she slowly talk about how she reframe it.
World notice that you're coming. So I just showed up to invite you to give the world notice that you're coming. Give the world notice that you've been here. Give the world notice that you've played polite long enough. Now it's time to play full out. Give the world notice that unapologetic just showed up. Give the world notice that non-negotiable just showed up.
This is so motivational. It inspires in a very different way that 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗏 inspires. 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗏 inspires by kicking you in the ass. You can do it too. 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗏, she inspires it by saying, I can do it, so can you. So life lessons, basically sharing about your own life, talking about your own story, and one of the lessons that you've gained through that story. Painful truth. This video, won by Gary V.
But do I have...
Because many people have the idea that he's addressing one of the opinions that many people have at that point in time, saying that NFT is stupid. So now he's addressing that.
This morning, on a nice little Sunday, show him D-Rock, it's a nice Sunday, I woke up with a chip on my shoulder to talk about this audacity, this fucking audacity that so many people have, that they think that this one fucking person of 8 billion, you, I'm talking to you, that your judgment if NFTs is a good idea or not, or if collecting marbles, show it, or collecting old Transformers, show it, or fucking some cup from the 1800s, fucking show it. I went on a rant on Twitter to talk about this ridiculousness that people think the world is.
He basically went on a rant for 4 minutes straight, telling people why they got it wrong. And that's what I mean by painful truth. If you remember, there was a video many years ago on global warming call and inconvenient truth that actually literally went viral. So this could be another case of growth as well. Keep delivering to people the harsh truth that they need to hear in order for them to change the reality that they're living in. And then on another side, a completely different side, which is an uplifting case study. You are sharing the story of someone who is inspiring. And that could be very motivational and growth oriented as well.
Oh, thanks. The guy you see here has 200 million followers and he doesn't speak. But guess what? For the first time ever, he's going to speak in this video and I'm going to tell you his incredible story.
𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗪.
This is the most successful creator.
Second most followers of all time.
This is 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗪, the fastest growing creator in the world. But did you know that just 2 years ago, 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗧𝗪 was doing this? Yes, he was 𝗖𝗟𝗜𝗘𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗧𝗪.
Yeah, so he hooked you in by telling you his great accomplishments right at the beginning. And then after that, he brings you to what makes him successful, which is he got to where he was without speaking by creating these parody videos of hacks. And then he brings you to his sad past when he was not doing so well. He started talking about how he was a waiter, making only $1,000 per month, etc., etc. So that is the uplifting case study. Next one, around here is mainly the emotional purpose and contribution. Charity. Creating a content talking about how you went to contribute or how you have contributed to charity. Here is one by Mr. Beast.
What is up, gamers? I just opened my very own charity and I just wanted to tell you guys about it. We adopted every dog at a dog shelter, bought everything in 5 stores and then gave it away, donated $1 million worth of food to people in need, gave a homeless person a house, raised $20 million, planted 20 million trees, then doing weekly delivery.
Now, at the same time, when you are creating a content like this, you're not just talking about how great you are or how philanthropic or how amazing or how kind you are. You can also use this as a way to spread a message, to share with people why it matters so much and tell them why they should be joining your cause at the same time. And then, of course, you have a spiritual belief, the next one. Spiritual beliefs can be very, very powerful. As you can see, this lady here, I do not know how old she is, but she looks very, very young. But she's doing very well. 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛 Rosenthal, 250k subscribers, 3.7 million views.
Did you know that you have attracted every single thing in your life up until this very moment?
You would never normally associate someone with her style with spirituality and manifestation, but that's exactly what she does. So she's known for that now. When you hear her speak, you can literally hear the conviction in whatever she's saying. That is what it means, spiritual belief, whatever the background that you are from, whether it's Christianity, Muslim, whatever spiritual background that you have, whether it's religion or non-religious, you can share your beliefs and tie it in together with whatever it is that you're doing. I have a mentor, an NLP mentor, and he often talks about his Christian beliefs on social media, on Facebook, and tying it to what he does, which is impacting lives. So that is something that can be done as well. Next one, call to action. Over here, we can see Sadhguru talking about the importance of saving our soil. His volunteers have compiled this supercut based on all of his speeches and creating one cohesive, powerful message that tells people the importance of actually preserving earth, preserving literally the soil, ending with a call to action. You talk about the problem, you talk about the potential, you talk about the proofs. So if you want people to wake up, if you want people to wake the hell up, create a call to action content. And number 28, your stance. Creating a post that literally shares what are your position relates to some relevant situation that is happening right now. Many lawyers have actually jumped on the bandwagon, actually chipped in, actually gave their opinions about it. So if you are an expert, about a particular topic, and if there's something that is happening in your industry or in your niche that is causing a lot of trouble or causing a lot of interest, sparking a lot of passion and interest, it is an opportunity for you to chip in your opinion, your stance about the topic. So fun and engagement, I'm going to use some of my own posts as well. If you go to my profile, cold DMers, I love connecting authentically, also cold DMers, also cold DMers, also. So it is not exactly parody as in I'm parodying something popular. I'm being sarcastic in a way to create an entertainment, not only because I hate cold DM, but also because I enjoy laughing at them. Not sorry. Number 30 is the lifestyle shots. I learned this from X Factor as well. Basically using the Facebook stories or the Instagram stories, you're basically catching snippets of interesting things that is happening in your life, where you've been eating, what have you been up to, what are you going to be doing next, and then intersplice it with things that supports the authority or brand building of your brand. You may be creating like 3 different Facebook stories about your time in the gym, and then coming up with a bridge that says the importance of grit when it comes to doing what you do, and then tying it with the results that one of your clients have shown because she has demonstrated grit, and then followed by something else which is equally fun, which is how you end your day. So that creates a lot of fun and engagement with your brand. Next one, punchy posts. Punchy posts are short little posts that basically tells people a condensation of your thoughts and opinions in a few lines. So over here, that free guide isn't going to make a difference. You probably already have dozens. And as you can see, this guy, Pedro, 130 comments, 111 reactions. And here's the thing. This guy, I have somewhat mixed feelings about the guy. He's a nice guy, but he's a cold DMer, and he defends cold DM so much. Having said that, I respect the fact that he wrote this post, and I respect the fact that he's so persevering. I'm never gonna do business with him. I digress. The point being is that this post did very, very well. And finally, polarizers or sharing beliefs. You have an opinion about something. There is something that many people are saying. You want to give your own input. So over here, Brian Campbell, which is my friend, he posted this. I've seen a lot of heated debates in the coaching industry about whether to charge premium prices or not. One side argues this, the other side argues this. I'd like to point out that both are simply choices. And he gave a picture over here, Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. Which one is better? It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of preference. This is what a belief post looked like. If you have watched this far, drop a comment, say value, so that I know that you watched this far. If you're watching this on my YouTube, like and subscribe, comment something. It really helps the algorithm to push to more people. That is all for now. I'll see you soon.